Islanders, we have an update on Hurricane Beryl as she has barreled her way through Jamaica. She's now headed to Cozumel. Several of you have cruises coming up in the next several weeks visiting Jamaica. We'll update you on how conditions are there. We also have news from Royal Caribbean as they name the godmother of the Utopia of the Seas. They also share news that 52 of you and your plus one can take part in the naming ceremony festivities. You can go on a free 3-day cruise. We'll share how you can enter to win that as well. We're also sharing some feedback from an irate viewer who has apparently written to several cruise YouTubers sharing and demanding that they stop all cruise news, that they shut down their channels. We will share their feedback on the show today as well. We all need some time on the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. A big happy Friday to all you Islanders. We hope that you're having a great day. We're at the end of the week and we are on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time in the islands together. Kind of an odd day today, the holiday being yesterday. We hope that everyone had a great day yesterday celebrating the 4th of July and celebrating the freedom that you and we all have with friends and family and food and fireworks and fun. Maybe you booked a cruise, you looked at a cruise, a family cruise. We did that yesterday with some friends. We hope that you enjoyed it. And here we are on this kind of odd Friday. Some of you are off work. Some of you took off work. Some of you are working. It's kind of an odd day, hopefully a quiet day, wherever you're at, and you're having a great weekend as well. We're going to spend some time here catching up on cruise news. That's what we do around here. We would love to be on a cruise ship 365 days a year. I would much rather be on Lido deck right now going live, as I always do, than here in the studio. Matter of fact, in less than 2 weeks, about 10 days, Amanda and I leave for our European trip from Rome to Athens, Greece on the Sun Princess, and we will be live. That's what I enjoy doing, but I have to share that. I mentioned that because of a comment that was sent to me from someone who apparently has sent this same or a similar comment to other cruise YouTubers, basically saying you need to shut up. You need to shut up. You need to close down shop. You need to stop what you're doing. I'll read it in its entirety. I usually don't spend time on this, but we have some cruise news to share today. We also have some extra time today, being that it's July 5th. It's a Friday. We have some extra time to share some extra things today. Here's what this person wrote and said. Let's see if everyone agrees. I don't know what happened either. I don't know if he had a firecracker hit him yesterday somewhere where the sun don't shine or what. But here's what it is. I've shared this with all the YouTubers, and now I'm sharing it with you. You need to focus on vlogs and only sharing content when you are on a cruise. That is real content. No one cares about cruise news. No one cares about your views. And no one spends time watching your cruise news content. Stop wasting your time in your studio creating something that no one cares about. He took some time just to write that. Can you believe that? And it was, he took some time. Actually, he wrote yesterday. We didn't have a show yesterday. It was a holiday. But the day that we celebrate freedom and freedom of the press and freedom to share your thoughts and your opinions and to say what you want to say, he says you need to stop. No one cares what you think or what you say. And apparently he's written some other people. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. While I welcome all feedback, criticism, positive comments, negative comments, I would argue with this gentleman that people do care about cruise news and content. They care because they subscribe to channels of not just mine, but other YouTubers as well. Our last video, it's 48 hours old. It has 14,000 plus views because people care about cruise news. And this guy who wrote truly doesn't understand the concept of our community and our show that we've tried to build together. We are called Island Time. Because, yes, we love to relax in the islands. We love vacation. We love cruising. But we can't be there all the time. So we've created this community in this forum where all of us, myself included, and all the viewers can have a few minutes every day, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, where we unplug from the demands that are around us, our jobs and everything that's there, the things that we do for our families and the pressures put on us, the things that we do for our communities and all the things we have to do. We step back for 10 or 12 minutes a day and relax in the islands, because we can't go there physically every day, but we can go there mentally every single day. People care about this community, not just my community, but communities of other YouTubers. They care about cruise news. We can't live on a cruise ship, so we get our cruise fixed by keeping up with what's going on, what new ships are coming out, who's the godmother of those ships, how weather's affecting different things, just like we're going to talk about today. What's the latest cruise review? What ship's going to dry dock, and they're getting things added to the ship. We keep up with our fix. We get our dose. I say it all the time on Facebook. Get your dose of cruise news. Get your dose of what you need on the show. So I disagree with this guy 100%. I think you probably do too. Do you care about cruise news? Do you kind of use YouTube and YouTubers to be plugged into cruising, to help get you by from one cruise to the next, to make you excited and build anticipation for your next cruise? That's certainly what I do, and I invite you to share your comments in the comment section below. And if this gentleman, I almost mentioned his name, is watching, I encourage you to look at the comments and to see all the people who do care about what's going on in cruise news. They don't just want content on cruise ships. They love that content, but they want other content as well. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's share an update here on Hurricane Beryl, as Jamaica now is in the clear. Thank goodness. The Cayman Islands were also impacted, and great news from Jamaica, as the port authority there in Jamaica has confirmed that all three cruise ports, there are three of them, are now reopened, and they can welcome cruise ships starting today. Montego Bay, Falmouth, and Ocho Rios are all three reopened. There are no cruise ships who plan to visit Jamaica today or this weekend, but there are cruises that are lined up and set to visit these three ports of call in the coming weeks. Some of you islanders are on these cruises. Montego Bay is set to be visited first by the Carnival Liberty on the 24th of this month. We have a little bit of time there. The Embassy Seascape will visit Falmouth on the 15th of this month. Again, a little bit of time there. And the Carnival Horizon will visit Ocho Rios on the 16th. So there is some time for Jamaica to continue some cleanup. The storm was a Category 4 once it hit Jamaica, and there's been cleanup efforts. There, of course, you can imagine there's damage. There's trees down. There's windows broken. There was some flooding, but all in all, it looks like Jamaica is okay. Thank goodness. As now we turn our focus to Cozumel, Mexico, one of the most popular cruise ports in all the Caribbean. 5, 6, 7 ships can visit there per day. It should be a weekend storm, which we're thankful for, but we are praying for those in Cozumel, and then we will see where the storm turns next. This is just the beginning of what could be an active hurricane season. And one thing we want to point out is that cruise lines take these things into consideration. This time of year, summertime, you think would be a busy time for Jamaica and for cruise lines to visit Jamaica. But cruise lines know, number one, this time of year in Jamaica is very, very hot. And there's also the increase of chance that itineraries could be changed for hurricanes. So this is actually the slower time of year for port visits and ports of call for these three ports of call in Jamaica. The popular time of year is actually the fall and winter. Cruise lines actually amp up how many ports or how many calls they make to these ports, but this is the slow time of year, and we'll see what happens. One thing I wanted to mention is this is just another example, another scenario that shows that cruise lines will take care of you if you're set to cruise and there's a hurricane somewhere in the Gulf, somewhere in the Atlantic. You're going to be okay. We mentioned just the other day that your itinerary may be changed. Your cruise could change, even dates. They may not leave the same day, may stay in port because they can't leave. They may come back early. They may stay out a couple extra days. But cruise lines will take care of you. We're thankful that Jamaica is okay today. We want to move now and share news from Royal Caribbean International as they share big news on the godmother of the Utopia of the Seas. There's a ton of excitement around this new cruise ship, an Oasis class ship that is set to sail just 3 and 4 day cruises. It's hard to believe, but Royal Caribbean is starting their marketing blitz, their marketing campaign, and in just a couple of weeks, the Utopia of the Seas will arrive in Port Canaveral. Amanda and I were invited to be among the first on board. July the 15th, Royal Caribbean has invited us on board to be July 15th through the 18th, but we're going to be flying to Europe, so we're not going to be able to take part in these festivities, but you may be able to. We're going to share that with you now. Meghan Trainor, who is a award-winning country music singer, has been named as the godmother of the Utopia of the Seas. And this is not just going to be a quick ceremony, an hour ceremony that Meghan Trainor is going to be there and she's going to leave. She's going to have an active part in this 3-day event. She's going to perform even on board the ship. And I'm not talking about a couple of songs. It sounds like she's going to perform an entire show on board the Aqua Theater, the outdoor theater there on board the Utopia of the Seas. You can attend this ceremony. Breaking news today, and this is kind of neat. Royal Caribbean, they're calling this kind of the weekend vacation, right? They're marketing this around the greatest weekend trip that you can take. There are 52 weeks in a year, and Royal Caribbean is giving away 52 different free trips to be on board for 3 days. July the 15th is when the sale date is. You'll visit Perfect Day at Coco Cay. This is free. 52 winners, and you get to bring a +1. You have to get to Port Canaveral. Okay, that's on your own. But the cruise is free itself. You'll get to take part in all these ceremonies. We're excited about that. Now, Royal Caribbean just announced this on July the 5th. The good news for you is if you enter, the contest ends July the 7th. This is just a quick turnaround. I will put the link of what you need to do to enter in if you are free. July the 15th, 16th, 17th. If you are free during those dates, you can get off work, you can travel, you can be there. I'll put the link of how you can sign up and be on board for free. The Utopia of the Seas. The Utopia will be a game changer with over 40 places to enjoy a drink or enjoy live music. 40 different venues on board, which is insane, as it is a 3 and 4 night cruise ship. How do you even, over 3 days, how do you even see 40 venues? You have to go back again and again. Of course, it's selling out of Port Canaveral, and that has big news. We've already booked several cruises for our clients who are going to Disney in Orlando, and they're also cruisers, and they want to sneak in a quick 3 or 4 day cruise. There are those, of course, who love SpaceX, and they go to NASA, and they want to see all the rockets, and they want to be there for launches, but they're also going to squeeze in a 3 or 4 day cruise. So it's really neat to see what's happening with the Utopia of the Seas and Royal Caribbean. If you watch TV, you're on social media, get ready, because the marketing blitz is coming. It is here, and maybe you can be on board the Utopia of the Seas for this great event. I hope so. I hope one of our Islanders can be on board and bring us all kinds of special footage as we travel to Europe. Islanders, that is the cruise news and the show for today. It is Friday. I hope that you have a great day today. It goes by fast. I hope you have an even better weekend. I know many of you have plans of continuing to celebrate the 4th of July with your friends and your family, and I hope that you have a great, safe weekend. If we can do anything for you, be sure to email us, travel@bookislandtime.com. We would love to help you plan or manage your next cruise. If you recently booked it, we can take it over. We can make sure that you have everything set in stone. It doesn't cost you a penny. Until this weekend, we will see you. We'll see you later on in the comment section below on our Facebook page and tomorrow right here on Island Time.